Good morning, very low calorie day. Number 4, I'm starting today. Had another crazy loss. I lost 2.2 pounds. So on Monday, I started at 142 pounds. Today, Thursday morning, I weighed in at 132 pounds, 0.8. I don't get it. This is not like me, and all I can say is I am definitely having a great time. However, on that note, I've had some people asking me, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Your losses are so crazy. Like I'm some kind of, HCG anomaly here, or some kind of miracle is happening. And I'm really here to say, no miracle. I loaded really, really well. And a lot of the weight that I lost is just water weight. That's all it is. So I'm not going to say that it's not fun, because it is. But I'm also here to say that it's not going to last. You're not going to click on every day and, hey, Rebecca lost, 20 pounds in 7 days. That's not what's going to happen here. So it will balance itself out and equal itself out in the end. But in the meantime, I am having a good time. Actually, today's the first day where I've actually woken up and felt like I have lost a little bit. So it took almost 10 pounds before I could feel anything. That's another reason I know it was just water weight and whatever it was. I put my body into shock. So I am going to show you this midsection. I hope this is showing. So you can see even through my shirt, I got all my love handles going on. If I sat down, this is really, like, it's not cute when I sit down. So I'm very thick through the middle. I don't really have my waist back, and so it's not like 10 pounds of fat has disappeared off of my body and I am ready to stop my round at the end of the week. So I wish. But I do appreciate everybody having fun with it, but you can't compare. Just like I won't be able to compare what I'm going through now as I start to slow down in what my losses are. I've done enough coaching with HCG to know that this will not last. So, but thank you for the love and support. And I've had a lot of questions about what my diet is, specifically because I am being so successful, which I've really addressed in other videos. I am still just doing 2 protein shakes a day, and in those there's only 9 grams of protein each. So my dinner portion of meat is, I've bumped that up to 5 ounces, so I feel like I'm getting enough protein. I'm not eating the fruits and vegetables because I can't. I, however, really believe that Dr. Simeon created a perfect protocol, and if you were able to follow protocol, I would. So that's my 2 cents about it. I don't know why anyone would give up food that they don't have to. I'm someone that's also very hungry. I'm so hungry that all I did is obsess about food all morning long. So at 11 o'clock, I gave in and had 2 egg whites. And my plan is, if my hunger resolves itself over the day, I'll just cut back on some of my protein at dinner. Right now it's 12:30, and this is normally when I would be having my first shake, and I'm not feeling so hungry right now. But I was actually starting to get lightheaded, and it was a lot more dramatic than it has been the rest of the week. So something probably needs to be adjusted for me. I'm just not exactly sure what it is. But I'm so excited about the losses, and because I'm having such big losses, that could be part of the hunger also. Because I remember that from my last round, if I ever had a bigger loss, or 3 or 4 days in a row where I had a bigger loss for me, and a bigger loss is anything above 2 ounces. Okay, I lose very slow, but that's when hunger would kind of set in. So another question I've had is about the homeopathic versus something flying by. Homeopathic versus the RX. I absolutely do not support anything but real HCG. So I've seen people use the homeopathic, and I just don't agree with it. I don't like it, and I won't use it, and I won't recommend it. However, if you are using it and right now you're thinking, what a witch, how could she say that stuff? Hey, if it's working for you, that's awesome. What really matters is each of us finding out what works for us. And I know that HCG is becoming more difficult to get, so it might force people into these homeopathic rounds. My real issue with it is having some very good friends that refused to buy real HCG, and they did lose their weight. They struggled a little bit more with hunger, but what I've seen every single one of them do is they are constantly doing a round of HCG. So they get to their body weight, say they got to 125 and they look great, they look healthy, they're not too thin, and then 3 or 4 months later they're doing another round, and then 3 or 4 months later they're doing another round, and then all of a sudden they're on another round. It's like they're always on HCG, and that to me is not a cure. That is a diet. And that's also to me sort of like yo-yo dieting. So that is not something that I want to be doing in my life. I liked that I did HCG and I maintained, and that to me is where the real power is. So the other crazy thing is I had 2 people brag to me, like, you guys sent me private messages, you know who you are, bragging that you only ate, one woman ate 175 calories, the other one ate 250 yesterday. I have a really hard time with that. I feel like really Dr. Simeon didn't just create a diet, it's a cure. Again, I'm always going to go back to that. And he knew what he was doing. It's why some foods aren't included on the protocol, even though it doesn't really make any sense. It's why our fruit is he's so picky about our fruit, because some things would cause losses or stalls. And he really designed a protocol that made it very easy for us to follow. So I believe the HCG, it does its job. And we have to do our job to help it do its job. And then we sort of meet in the middle and you're happy at the end. So if you're not hungry and you're genuinely not hungry, give up the Melba, give up the fruit. But don't ever give up protein and vegetables. I don't understand why you would do that. And if you're down to 200 calories, and there's just nothing else that you're willing to eat, then I would be adding in a little bit of protein. It's not really on protocol, but you need something to function on. You need to support your body. And I think that doing things like that can cause stalls, and I think it can sabotage you. Your body's going to be afraid that you're starving it, and you're going to be losing muscle. So that's the benefit of HCG, is that we don't have to lose muscle. Our muscle is protected. So do your job by feeding your body what it is that it needs, okay? Eating your 500 calories is not going to stop you from losing weight. That's all I'm here to say. So I want everybody to just have a really great day, and, stick to your plan, whatever it is. Thank you so much for the really nice messages and support. Don't worry about any of my opinions. You're not going to get very strong opinions from me. If you ask me what they are, I will tell you. But I'm very accepting and very open-minded, and you need to find somebody a little more hardcore. I'm kind of a jellyfish person, I don't care if it works. Woo, that's great. So we all just need to find our way through this. But I am someone that if I could be sticking exactly to protocol, I would be. It's what I did the first time. I totally believe in it. I coach a lot of people. I totally believe in it. I believe a lot of people are successful on the higher calories when they're adding in extra protein. My husband is doing that. I think it's great. He also cheats and still loses weight. So in my world, men don't count all the time because they get away with so much stuff. But for the rest of us, the normal people like us, we just need to stick as close to it as you can and find what works for you. Find your body, and but don't cut back on protein. Okay? Blessings to you all.